You already know what time it is. It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Power Slam show. Let's go!
Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, we did it. 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, of the Pancakes and Power Slam show. I am Dr. Chris. Absolutely surreal. So many, 522 episodes straight of the Pancakes and Power Slam show, 10 years. So without further ado, I'm gonna respect this guy's time, my guy, my legend, pro wrestling legend, ladies and gentlemen. And Vince Russo and I was actually talking about this guy, and Vince Russo, because y'all know I have 3 shows a week with Vince Russo, and Vince Russo put this guy over at a show, and Vince Russo is actually going to be joining me after this pro wrestling legend. But he put over a segment of this person bringing his mother to when Nikita Koloff, when Nikita brung Uncle Ivan. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this guy coming here right now and Magnum T.A. How are you, Magnum?
Man, thanks for having me. Congratulations on the 10 years, man. That is so cool.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it, man. Let the listeners know what you're up to nowadays, man. You got any socials or anything people can follow you?
I have been working in the telecom industry for the last 25 plus years, and
Wow.
and you never get out of the wrestling business. So I still have my buds and my friends and that we run into here, there, and yonder, and in the last about 10 months. Greg Gagne and I have gotten together working on this little project called Power Town, where wrestling legends live on, and we're trying to do some things for from the guys back in the past, bring back some of the old pioneers of wrestling, and bring them back into the limelight and let people kind of know the guys that laid the bricks in the road for all the stuff going on today.
Very nice. PMP Nation, get your questions out for Magnum T.A. And yeah, it looks like we're already having some questions for you. You ready to dive into these questions?
Sure.
All right. Elvis is asking, where do you think Tessa Axe Magnum, hashtag Axe Magnum, where do you think Tessa Blanchard goes next? And will you see in AEW and do an angle with Tully? Will we see you in AEW do an angle with Tully? He's asking.
Well, Tessa is actually working on a huge project with Glow, not Glow, but Wow, and they're going to be airing new programming on I believe CBS this fall, September, and she's not only going to be working in the ring, but she's also working as a producer and helping put that show together. So she's kind of parlaying her skill sets on a couple of different levels. So I'm not so sure she's going to just land back in a wrestling ring per se, just any time in the immediate future, because she's got some pretty big projects going on.
Very nice. Do we ever see you in AEW with an angle with Tully?
My days of angles are, I think I got one good shot left in me, but I really want to kind of save it for my daughter's 16 and that first kid comes knocking on the doorstep. But I do keep up with the product. I like AEW's programming and things they're doing. I mean, I watch everything. I watch NXT, watch WWE. I watch it all. So you never get out of the biz once you've spent as many years as we did all doing that.
Very nice. You retired in what, 86?
86.
86. And when you retired in 86, it was a car crash, right?
Right.
Yeah. So were you ever able to come back at all after that?
No. I was paralyzed from my neck down. They said I'd never walk again. I mean, it was touch and go for the first month if I was going to live. I mean, I was completely incapacitated. So the fact that I walked out of the hospital on my own power 5 months later was, that was nothing short of a miracle. But getting back to where I was physically, that just wasn't in the cards. It was a big enough deal that I regained my independence and my ability to take care of myself and later provide for my family and do the things I've been able to do in life. So I've just, I had to pivot, shift my focus and put my efforts in other things.
Yeah. And you were pinned to be the world champion soon after. Soon, like you were on the route to be the world champion, weren't you?
I was on a fast track to be the world champion, and it was it was a different era then. We still had territory, we still had the NWA, people that voted and had input on who the world champion was. So I was part of that last group, part of that era that got to take part in that old heritage as we had back then. It kind of it quickly shifted from that whole power thing, pretty quickly after we became WCW and WWE, only two games in town. But I would have probably been like the last hurrah of the quote unquote NWA World Heavyweight Champions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you still have the best belly to belly suplex, Magnum?
Man, the funny thing is, I wrestled amateur in high school and college and everything. And I learned this by accident that if I could waist lock somebody, I could throw anybody. It didn't matter what size they were, anything. I was just built that way, had that leverage. And when it clicked that I could do that, I said, I'm going to use that for a finish, because you got to have something they can't mess up, right? No matter how, how clumsy somebody might be, whatever. And, it was, it certainly made a lot of noise, had a lot of people talking about it. And I laughed because they say, hey, Brock Suplex City. I said, yeah, one day I'll show them how to do that where you can just beat somebody with it.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Very nice. Let's see here. There's a lot of good. How did the idea of the I Quit match come about? Jesus is asking.
Dusty dreamed it up. And I mean, we were at the end of a 8-month angle. We'd had bloodbaths, fights, brawls, everything imaginable all over the whole United States. And it had to culminate in something. I mean, we were to that point where, short of somebody, literally being toted off on a stretcher going to the hospital, we had to find a way to conclude that feud. And that was a classic way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Elvis is asking, who came up with your wrestling name, and do you have a backstage story about Rowdy Piper that you can share?
Well, real quick, Andre the Giant named me. He's the one that came up with the handle. Nice. We were having breakfast in a little place called Fat Man's Barbecue down in Florida, and he said, you're ready, but you need a catchy, you need a handle, you need a name. He called it like handles on the CBs. He said, you kind of look like that Magnum T.A guy. You should be Magnum T.A. So he came up with the deal. Of course, I didn't know what Magnum T.A meant back then. That was just a name. I had to, kind of craft that character together over time to figure out what his persona was going to be. But Andre was the one that planted the seed and started it all. And
nice.
Roddy, what a class guy. When I was in Florida, Roddy was just coming through. I think he was on his way back up to New York, as a matter of fact. And him and I wrestled in Key West, Florida. And I was just a middle of the card guy, just a year and a half in the business. And I was going to put him over. And we got out there and we were having the match, and he changed the whole finish around. He said, kid, I'm getting on a plane flying out of here. These people aren't going to see me again. He said, I'm putting you over. And he did the job for me. It was
very nice.
Cool.
That's paying it forward right there.
Yeah.
Ricky's asking, hello, Magnum. Would you go into the Hall of Fame if WWE offered it? Can I get a shout out? Okay, well, there you go.
Well, of course I would if they offered it. I mean, that's such a political, which way the wind's blowing, who's gonna be the best influencer for the cause at the time and whatnot. And I've still got a few friends up there, and Vince and his entire family has always been very kind to me. The few times we've worked together and done a few things, he's just been the classiest guy ever in dealing with me. So I mean, I'd welcome the fact to be, have my name, held up there with so many people that were, like brothers to me in the business.
Indeed, I absolutely think you should be in the WWE Hall of Fame without a doubt. Keith is asking, do you still have the gigantic U.S. title belt? I believe that was from the NWA days.
The gigantic belt was the North American belt. The North American heavyweight title was that great big thing that looked like a Rolls Royce car flipping grill or something. It weighed 20 some pounds, and the only guy to look right on was Ernie Ladd, who was 6'9", and he was big enough he could wear it and it actually looked in proportion. But I had the distinction of being the first guy to carry it because I won the old belt. I can't think I won it from Butch Reed. And so they premiered the new belt, and I was the first guy to hold it. And I have a replica of it, but that thing, it literally weighed 20-some pounds, and it was just a monster.
How do you travel? How did you travel with that? Like, did you ever have to go on planes with that? I know y'all drove most of the time.
I had a big case that was made for handguns, and it would hold 4 handguns, and that belt fit in it perfect. So I carried that belt in its own case separate because it was just too big and heavy to put in your bag and rip the handles off of it.
Yeah. Let's see, a few more. Respect time. Got a couple minutes here. Brian is asking, what do you miss most about the business?
Well, it's 2 things. First of all, obviously, the performing was one of the greatest highs that anybody could ever imagine. Being able to wrestle in front of sold out crowds and the people just being insanely into what you're doing and doing that was just like the biggest adrenaline rush you can imagine. And it's really hard to replace that with anything in any normal field that, the average person that goes by doing, even other professional sports, because we were out there 100% of the focus on us. You got all the adulation, you took them up high, you brought them down low. It was just it was a big old roller coaster ride. So the performing, obviously I missed tremendously, but not second to that, but equal to that was the camaraderie of the family of guys that I worked with. I mean, there was over 100 of us in Jim Crockett Promotions back in the mid 80s living in Charlotte. And we had jet planes and this and that and the other and travel, 7 days a week. It seemed like, we never quit. And we were with those people. They were our family. We were with that group of guys and girls, all the time. And that bond and that common love for the business and trying to, be the best performers we possibly could be. And our love for it was just second to none. So that just made it even more special. It's like the biggest fraternity you could ever want to be involved in, and then love the thing you did to get paid on top of that. So it was just a plus.
Yeah, very nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, respect your time. Magnum, it's been fantastic, but we got a visitor who just came on who probably wants to chat with you for a second before I let you go. Man, hey,
hey.
Bro, this is listen. This is beyond an honor and a Magnum T.A. Listen, I never had the opportunity to talk to the great Magnum T.A. Chris and I were talking last night, and as soon as we ended our show, I went to YouTube. And Magnum, I tell people all the time, the contract signing with you and Mom was perhaps one of the greatest moments in the history of the business.
And do you know the story?
I have no idea. Please tell me.
So my mom was not smart.
Oh, God, you got to be kidding me.
No. And Dusty had me do this video with her a month before when I was having a big match with Flair. And so she, we'd had her in front of the camera and doing a couple little things with her and stuff. So she got a little taste for it and everything. So Dusty came up with this brainstorm. He says, hey, he said, Nikita's got, Uncle Ivan there with him. You bring your mom. And we're going to shoot this angle. So we bring Mom to Charlotte. My dad brings her from Chesapeake, and she comes in, and we put her in the room. We don't tell her anything, but we're going to sign the contract. And so we're doing a little deal. Of course, Nikita and I know, where we're going with it.
Right,
and
right.
So when he makes the crack about, being a mama's boy, and I come over the table, she doesn't know what to do. She just sells it like a mom.
Oh my gosh. Now that you tell me that, and I mean, like I said, I just saw it last night, and her facials like that. Yes, she was not acting. I mean, you could tell that was tremendous.
Yeah,
But
it was,
man,
it was magic stuff. Couldn't recreate that today on a bet.
Oh no, but listen, man, I enjoyed you for so many years, man. Just the legendary time you had. And oh my God, I was such a huge fan of yours, and I never ever got to meet you before, and this is such an honor for me, man.
Well, it was my pleasure. I wish we'd got to work together. I've certainly seen your fingerprints on all the things that you've contributed to the business, and likewise, I have same respect.
Well, that was, I mean, listen, man, that was, I just imitated what I grew up watching. I mean, it's that simple. And, the era that you were in, oh my gosh, I'm so happy and so lucky to be able to have witnessed that, because that was the true business.
And for me as well, I grew up watching Wahoo McDaniels and Johnny Valentine beat each other to death.
Yeah.
And it made a believer out of me. So to come full circle from 1977, graduating high school, to 1985, wrestling Wahoo McDaniels inside of a steel cage, sold out Charlotte Coliseum.
Yeah,
that's like something out of a movie.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy, but it was a magic time, and I loved every moment of it.
Oh, well, you were just such a huge, important figure in the business, man. I mean, just an absolute legend, man.
Yeah. I thank you. And I was in the company of many legends. So.
Yes, but you guys, I mean, everything we see today, you guys paved the way, man, for everybody.
Well, it's fun. I like to think we had the attitude before the era.
Yes, you definitely did. No question about it. No doubt about it. You definitely did.
Very nice. Magnum, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for this moment. This is a great 10th anniversary moment for me, for y'all to meet each other, virtually for the first time, and this is great. Appreciate.
Yeah, Magnum, I have to bring you, if you don't mind, man. I would love to get your information from Chris. I would love to bring you on my show. We could talk for hours.
I'd welcome it. I would enjoy it. It'd be a lot of fun, and I'm glad we were able to put this together, because this was a big stretch, because I've got 14-year-old kids, twins, that I help get to school every morning. So, so this is like way past my bedtime and normal.
Yeah, I thought, Chris, thought you were gonna cut him off before you brought me on. I was screaming over here, please bring me on with me. But yeah, I'm gonna contact you, because I could talk to you for hours.
Well,
yeah,
we will put together for sure.
Yeah, Magnum, you mind if I shoot Vince your number?
Oh yeah, feel free.
Great.
Shoot me a text first, because I got that auto blocker thing, and I'll never know if you don't shoot.
I definitely will. I will definitely do that.
Cool. All right, cool.
Sounds good. Thanks, Magnum. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care. I wonder, Chris, seriously, I mean, there's a whole new generation watching this, man. I hope, I swear to God, I hope people really know what he did for the bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, he was huge, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he was freaking. He was Tom Selleck before Magnum T.A. He was Tom Selleck before Tom. Bro, he was the cool. Bro. You had characters like Dusty and Flair and all that, but bro, he was like he was the Rock of his day. He was that cool, good-looking, never got rattled baby face. I just hope people realize how important he was to the business, man.
I agree 100%. I mean, I remember watching. I started watching NWA around about a year or so because the car accident was 86, and that's when he retired. And I started watching around 85, early 86, late 85, around the Horseman era, the advent of the Horseman era in NWA. I just remember him and Tully, feuding for the U.S. title and the cage match. And, it was just great. I remember when I was a kid, I was devastated when I found out that he couldn't wrestle anymore, man. It was great, man. It was great to see him. It was great to just for a second, just kind of witness, just kind of be a fan, of Magnum T.A. and just how much of he was the quintessential good-looking stud babyface, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. You know what the sad thing is, man, and I really understood this and got a feel for this. Like the last time I spoke to Paul Orndorff. Guys like him, bro, they think they're forgotten. Like they think like that people don't like, and that is so untrue, bro. Like I remember when I was talking to Orndorff the last time, bro, he was so low, like nobody remembered him and nobody remembered his contributions to the business. I'm like, bro, are you nuts? Are you set the stage for so many people in decades, but I think that's what happens, bro, because as they get older and they're out of the spotlight and you don't hear from them anymore, I think they think people forget. We don't forget, bro. We don't forget any of that stuff, man.
I agree. Yep, I agree 100%. Wow, it was great to see you talk to Magnus. That was
awesome, bro. That was a great treat. I thank you for that, Chris. That was freaking phenomenal, man. Phenomenal, bro.
My pleasure. All right, let's get to some Ask Vince questions. Elvis, have you taken a I guess trip down to Pueblo? Also, have you worked with Mop Boy and Rocky Mountain Pro or any other promotion in the Denver area?
Elvis, great question. I have not been to Pueblo. I do want to go to Pueblo. I have worked with Mop Boy on many occasions. I consider Mop Boy a friend. Great dude, bro. Great individual. I know him very, very, very well.
Very nice. Hashtag Ask Vince. We'll ask about 5 minutes more questions to respect your time. Before I load up another question for you, so I talked to Marty at the show beforehand. Very, I texted you because he was talking about you on the show, and nice guy, man.
I met Marty at Rocky Mountain Pro too, bro. That's how I met him. I met him down here in Colorado. Yeah.
Yep. So he was promoting Rocky Mountain Pro. He said that they did like 6 weeks of taping. He just finished like 6 weeks of taping, and he basically almost lost his voice. And so I'm good friends with Marty Elias, and he's repping for Rocky Mountain Pro now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're supposed to, bro. As soon as I get Channel Attitude up and running, which I'm hoping by April 1st, they're supposed to bring their show over to Channel Attitude. And we're supposed to make it like hands-on where people, can get involved in the booking and sit in on creative meetings. I mean, we're looking to do something like that, which I don't know if it's ever been done before. So, I mean, that's what we're hoping to do in the next month or so.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. What y'all got questions for Vince? Let's talk about this one real quick. They're asking it for me, but let's talk about this. What do you think? Rumor has that Shane McMahon would be involved at Mania. Rollins' opponent, perhaps. What do you think?
Bro, that's interesting because it's so funny, Chris, because I'm still trying to make sense and understand what they're doing, which is ridiculous because you can't make any sense out of anything they're doing. But again, Michael, I'm going to go back to Vince McMahon saying, I have an opponent for you. And, logic is why in God's name would Vince McMahon choose Cody Rhodes? Now Undertaker, he's going to induct Taker in the Hall of Fame. Shane McMahon, possibility. So yeah, bro, when I first read that, I'm like, nah, no way. But yes, Michael, that very well could be a possibility. Yes, it could.
I can see it too, man.
Yeah.
So it would just be such a rib. Like I could just see Vince McMahon like hyping all this Cody stuff up just for Cody not to show up. Like people are expecting Cody at WrestleMania, and then like Taker or Shane or Goldberg or come out.
Well, Chris, you got to remember, and this is what I said on yesterday's show, bro. They already bought the tickets. The tickets are already sold. So at this point, Cody Rhodes being on the show is not going to sell one ticket. They've already sold the tickets. So if there's a way you could save him till Raw, maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Yep, I agree. Let's see. Purple Bond is back. Jesus, favorite Triple H moment.
Favorite Triple H moment. I guess I would have to say the rocket launcher to the WCW building. That would have to be my favorite Triple H moment for me, because it's so funny, bro. When you go back and look at the footage of him addressing the troops, like, bro, none of them could keep a straight face. It was like all of them were saying, I can't believe we're doing this. And when you go back and look at that, and none of them can keep a straight face, bro, that was tremendous. I mean, that was really that's when, bro, that's when it was dangerous. You didn't know what was going to happen, and that's what really made it exciting,
Indeed. Aaron is asking, what was your favorite storyline?
My favorite storyline is always going to be Rock joining the corporation, because a lot of time was put into that. We built that for a really, really long time, bro.
Yeah. Michael's asking, any predictions on WrestleMania? I was actually thinking about doing a live writing with Russo on Thursday instead of taping it with our time, just to do like a live WrestleMania predictions show. I mean, we're going to be recording at the same time. So, well, let me, text me, let me know what you think about that. But instead of doing the predictions, I don't know if you're going to be doing any predictions on the brand WrestleMania.
I don't really do that. Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy to do it with you, bro. But that's not something I would really do on the brand.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think, bro, like one of the things that I think, like every time I watch it, it is so cringe to me. Are the pre-shows when you got Booker T, like they're talking like this is real, like to me, like that is the most cringe. Like I'm like, what are you guys? This ain't the NFL, guys. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's close up with one last question here. How is it working with The Rock? Any crazy Vince McMahon stories you can tell? No, he's not going to call you.
Well, he wants me to call him, bro. So yes, bro. I'd be happy to call you, bro. Working with Rock was great, bro. Never had an issue with him. Was so respectful. And I said this all along. I always knew great things were going to come for The Rock because, bro, he was smarter than everybody else. He was one step ahead of everybody else. And as far as crazy Vince McMahon stories, bro, we don't have 4 hours, bro. So there were a lot of them, bro. Trust me, there were a lot of them.
Yep. Cool, man. Danny's asking, how do you fix Omos? If you want to close with that,
bro. That's a great question, man. And I don't know. They brought him up too soon, man. And I don't know if you can fix him. I don't think you can fix him in real time while we're watching him on TV. I think you would have to send him away and really, really give him the work that he needs. And bro, who knows? Maybe they're planning that. Maybe they're planning for Lashley to hurt him, and put him out, and then, get him back at, the school, do whatever they have to do, and then bring him back. But I don't know if before our very eyes they will be able to do it. I think he needs a lot more time. And like I said, bro, that's just with being a guy that size, Chris. I mean, it's not easy performing when you're that size, bro.
Agreed. Vince, thank you, my man. Thank you for just this, man.
Bro, congratulations to you. I didn't even get to tell you congratulations, bro. I mean, what a storied career, bro. I mean, the fact that you've been doing this so long, bro, that's the thing about podcasting, man. And I tell people all the time, bro, they think it's overnight. And I'm like, no, man, it does. And that's why you see so many people drop out. It doesn't work that way, man. And better than anybody.
I agree, man. It was funny. I was talking to Shane Helms about this a few years back, and he was talking about how like he was just putting me over as far as like staying consistent in the podcast industry. He was like, man, look, he was like, I only did it for seasons, and you've been doing it for this long straight, man. I gotta put you over for that. So
that's the most important thing, bro. Consistency, man. And you've been more consistent than anybody, bro. Congratulations.
You,
I mean, kudos to you, man. It says a lot about you as a man.
Thank you so much, man. And if I couldn't have imagined any better 10-year anniversary moment than you popping, when Magnum come on, man. And
I did the whole Mark thing too, bro. I did the whole Mark Nikita thing, and I don't care what iota, bro. I've been waiting a whole lifetime for that, bro.
I love it, man. Vince, it's not goodbye. It's see you later to you, man. Because we do.
I will see you later, Chris. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Later. Right. Good stuff. Luke, man. Luke, hop on the link that I sent you, man. Hop on the link. I don't see you. Just click the link that I sent you and just hop on that, man. I can't bring you on just because you're on the chat. All right. There you go. All right. Well, we're going to close out. We're going to close out 10-year anniversary show with a little trivia, if you will, baby. With a little WrestleMania trivia going into this. This is WrestleMania week, ladies and gentlemen. So why would we not have WrestleMania trivia? Because that's what we do. We do trivia here. This has been such an amazing 10-year anniversary show with Magnum T.A coming in, and then Vince Russo just fanboying over Magnum T.A. Man, I couldn't have had a better show than just Vince marking over Magnum T.A. What a great moment, man! All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Danny's in the chat, the reigning champion. So Danny gets to take the night off and gets to witness what we're going to experience here with the number one contenders match. We have a number one contenders match with WrestleMania trivia. Without further ado, we have the co-host with the most, Evan Tech Prout, in the building. How are you, my man?
I'm good, man. My voice is a little stressed, but wanted to say congrats to you, brother. 10 years, a decade, if you will. Great.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Great podcasting, radio, being a professional. I'm glad I've been able to be your co-host and your personal brother and friend of, I don't know how many years, 7, 8 to 10 years.
Yes. It's been a while. Always a pleasure having you on the show, man. You just are such a huge instrumental part on just this show. Do me a favor and turn your phone horizontally so we can get that wide screen view, baby, if you will. Yeah, the wide screen. Wide screen view, if you will, baby. There we go. Live and living color, baby. All right. Without further ado, you got a new contender, baby. A new contender. And he is a dear, dear friend of mine, one of my close friends. He is a wrestling extraordinaire. He's a wrestling trivia extraordinaire. And he can cut a promo to save your life, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, he is the Prince. Luke Prince, how are you tonight, my man?
I'm great, sir. I'm great. Thank you for having me on. It's definitely a pleasure, and to be here to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Pancakes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Because just because it's such a amazing journey for you, there is a special surprise just for you.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I like surprises. Do me a favor and turn your phone horizontally. And so we can get that. Yeah, we get that wide screen view, baby.
Let's see if I can.
Wide screen.
Is that better? All right.
Yes, indeed. Wide screen, baby. All right.
We're knocking stuff over.
Did the surprise come in?
My wife.
There's the surprise for you, sir.
Congratulations.
Wow. This is great. This is
Happy
fantastic. Wow.
Happy 10 years, brother.
Guys.
That is great.
Look at that cake.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic.
That is great.
There you go.
Thank you.
Just wanted to pop in and say congratulations. Happy 10 years on the show. Congrats to my
wife.
husband, Dr. Chris Featherstone.
Be grateful.
Very proud of you, honey bun.
Hey, thank you.
The ultimate Boo Bear. Hello.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go now.
Yes.
See you later.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. That was nice.
With a tear in his eye.
With the tear in his
Do me a favor and
eye.
sit up, man. Evan. Do me a favor and sit up, Evan. Yeah, you gotta.
Oh, no, so, all right, hold up. Sorry, my back. Give me a feel. Hold up. Let me.
Oh no. Oh no, man. I'll be feel better.
We good.
You good? All right, man. This is fantastic. I'm gonna blow it out. Thank you, guys.
Just save me a piece. That's all I ask.
That was great. We got to see the Boo Bear, Mrs. Featherstone.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That was so nice.
Red. You talk about red parrots. Never seen on camera.
Yes, indeed. First time in 10 years. So that was great. You guys are awesome. All right. Well, let's jump into the trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. All right, 21 questions. And so we are going to jump right into this. Lots of fun. Let me see. Hold on. It's for some reason it's not.
Hold on, guys.
All right. It's a nice cake. I'm ready to dive into it.
What kind of cake is it?
I don't know. It looks like, well, if it's, I just like white and yellow typically. So it's probably that. I love that this icing looks super good though. Ooh.
I'm so leaking old.
Look at that, baby.
That's nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Did I know I've got me a cake? No, I didn't. I had no idea. It's a pleasant surprise. A very pleasant surprise. Very nice. Got the logo on there too.
You're gonna definitely be up all night. The kids won't be up. He gonna be up all night.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar rush.
Nah, I usually, I'm gonna be gone. I've worked all day and 2 shows, so I'm gonna be out. So
I like it.
All right, let's jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So this is gonna be fun. Trivia part of the night. Let me give my wife a big kiss when I get to.
She deserves it.
She does. That was great. All right. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. trying to get. Hold on, I was trying to get to the. All right, here we go. Here we go. Question number 1. So basically, the rules are you can't you have to say ding, and you have to wait until the very end of my question. All right, you have to wait until I finish the entire question. Okay. All right. Question number 1. Which WrestleMania did The Undertaker debut, and who was his opponent?
Dang.
Luke.
Think. Jimmy Fly Snooker, and I believe that was at WrestleMania 7.
Correct. WrestleMania 7 and Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
The Superfly.
Super
From the top cage.
I used to love this video.
You gotta love Snooker's little shaky head sounds. He used to get clothesline.
Yes. Question number 2. What was the main events of WrestleMania 18?
Ding.
Evan.
Chris Jericho versus Triple H.
Correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
I mean, that's the main event on paper. We know what the real main event was, but you know.
Yes, indeed. Question number 3. Randy Savage's WrestleMania 4 tournament victories were against Ted DiBiase, One Man Gang, Greg Valentine, and blank.
Oh. That's a good one. I'm lost
5
on that
seconds.
one.
Ding.
Evan.
I was gonna guess Hercules.
Good guess, but incorrect. The answer is Butch Reed. Butch Reed. You beat him in the first round. Yeah,
I wouldn't got that one.
Yeah.
Forgot about Butch.
Yeah. Question number 4. Which WrestleMania featured Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior in a winner-take-all match?
Dang.
Luke.
So WrestleMania 6.
Correct. WrestleMania 6 in Toronto. Question number 5.
Which, by the way, that should have been the night Hogan truly turned heel.
Yes, he wanted to turn heel that day. Yes, he said on Austin's podcast he wanted to turn heel that day. Mm-hmm. Question number 5. Which 3 WrestleManias did Steve Austin and The Rock compete against each other?
Ding.
Evan.
WrestleMania 15, WrestleMania 17, the GOAT, and WrestleMania 19. The second GOAT.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Very good. Question number 6. What was the main event of WrestleMania 11?
Ding.
Ooh. I'm going to say it again. What was the main event of WrestleMania 11?
Ding.
All right. Luke got it that time.
All right. Bam Bam Bigelow and LT Lawrence Taylor with the elbow.
That was a forearm shiver, man. That was that was the shoulder, the whole match.
Right.
Hey, look. That was Flair and Steve-O compared to the late Kevin Green and Mongo when they had that match.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Oh, that match was horrible, man.
Low key, I like the feud though. The feud for it was pretty nice.
Yeah,
Kevin Green and Mongo.
Yeah.
Oh no, Flair was it? Yeah, it was Kevin Green and because Mongo was he with the Horsemen at that time?
Yeah, they was teaming up. And Mongo traded on Green. He had Great American Bash 96.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then he had that match, which was ugly.
That briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Halliburton. They always put it over as the Halliburton suitcase. Him and Jarrett would always feud over the Halliburton, and Deborah McMichael turned on Mongo by hitting him with the Halliburton. Question number 7. Including 2022, list the top 3 wrestlers with the most all-time WrestleMania main event appearances and the number of appearances.
Including what?
Wait,
including this year, 2022. List from 3 to 1. List the top 3 wrestlers with the most all-time WrestleMania main event appearances and the number of appearances they had in the main event.
Oh man.
Top 3.
That's the loaded one right there.
Yeah, I count. I'm about to throw a haymaker out there. Well, ding one, but
yep.
Hogan.
From 3 to 1. You have to do from 3 to 1. So 3, so number 3, the person in the number of appearances. Number 2, the person, the number of appearances. And number 1, the person, number of appearances.
Oh man. I want to say Triple H. Triple H. That's easy. Man, that's hard.
All right. Evan, you can steal.
That's tough. Gosh. Ding.
10 seconds.
3
right.
will be Reigns with, I want to say 5. 2, Brock. 6, and 1. And I probably got wrong. 1 got to be Hogan because Hogan got 7.
Incorrect. Good guess though. Number 3, I said including this year. So number 3 would be Roman Reigns with 6. Or number 2 would be Triple H with 7. And number 1 would be 7. Triple H was in 16, 18, 20,
19, 20.
No, he wasn't. He was in 20, 21, and 22. He wasn't in 19.
Who, Triple H?
Yeah, don't forget 32.
Triple H was in 19. He faced Booker T.
He was at the main event though.
That wasn't the main event though.
Oh, you're right.
Don't forget,
19 was Brock and Kurt.
You're
don't forget 32.
Yeah, so he was in 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 25, 32.
32.
25 was Orton. And then 32 was,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
32 was Reigns.
That's a good
Yep.
one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Number 8. Who was the special referee of the Steve Austin versus The Rock main event match at WrestleMania 15?
Dang.
Evan.
Mick Foley.
Correct. Mankind. Indeed. Question number 9. Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon occurred at which WrestleMania?
Ding.
Luke.
26.
Correct.
26.
Question number 10. Who did Daniel Bryan defeat to enter the main event at WrestleMania 30?
Dang.
Evan.
Triple H.
Correct. Opening match of WrestleMania 30. I was so glad that he got incorporated in that feud because Batista won. And they really were going to do Batista and Orton at WrestleMania 30.
Which still
no.
to this day it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't at all. I agree. Question number 11: Who was the authority featured authority figure who appeared at the conclusion of the Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels match at WrestleMania 12 to extend it for 2 more minutes?
Dang.
Evan.
Gorilla Monsoon.
The great Gorilla.
Wow, Gorilla.
The great Gorilla.
What a maneuver.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Savant sidekick. Remember that? Wait for or that Russian leg kick.
Number 12. Match the McMahon who was in their respective wrestlers' corner at WrestleMania 2000.
Dang.
Evan.
Shane. Oh gosh. Sorry. Stephanie, Triple H, Shane. Oh man. I lost Shane until I'm gonna leave this one. Go.
Right. Look for the steal.
I had it, but I got brain fart.
So yeah, Stephanie, Triple H, Shane, Big Show, Linda Foley, Vince, and The Rock.
Correct. Indeed. 13. Which WrestleMania did Shawn Michaels retire Ric Flair?
Dang.
Luke.
WrestleMania 24, the most emotional WrestleMania of all time.
I disagree on that. I disagree.
I'm sorry. I
was there for 33. 33 was.
That's it. I was there for 24, and there wasn't a dry eye in the building.
There had to be two, but me and Featherstone, I feel we was there for 33 with Taker.
Yeah,
people
were.
It was tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it don't matter.
I was
that whole WrestleMania was filler. That whole WrestleMania didn't matter. It was filler.
I was trolling because I wanted Reigns to win. So
yeah, you were. People was getting mad.
Hated me, man. I was like, yeah. It was like one other person like near me, and everybody was like mean mugging me. It was crazy, man. I was the ultimate heel that night. And I love Taker. I didn't want the streak to end, but I'm like, if Brock already beat you, I want Reigns to win.
Yeah.
Now, if Brock didn't beat Taker, I would have wanted Taker to win. But I'm like, there's nothing at stake anymore. 14. Who won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 32?
Dang.
Luke.
Baron Corbin, I think.
Correct.
Man, okay.
That was 15.
It's been around that long.
Yeah. What was the main event of WrestleMania 1?
Dang.
Evan.
Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Bob Orton Jr.
Orton.
Incorrect. Orton was in the corner. Orndorff was Piper.
Oh, darn it. Yeah.
Sorry,
oh, man.
I took it from you, Luke.
Yeah, you did take it from me. You did take it.
I did take it from you. Who was the special referee, Luke? That's your question.
Muhammad Ali.
Correct. There you go. Ali was the special referee.
Yeah.
Yep. Orndorff was in the cast. He
was
in 16. Prior to winning the WWE Championship at the end of the show, what tag match did Hulk Hogan compete in at WrestleMania 9?
I couldn't stand this Mania too. I was a kid. I was so mad. It was him and Brutus against the Mega Bucks, DiBiase and RS.
I'll give that to you. They weren't the Mega Bucks. They were Money Inc.
The Money
Inc. I'm sorry, I'm thinking yeah.
But you got the two heels correct though. That's correct. I'll give you that. It was him and Brudai as the Mega Maniacs against Money Inc. And
I thought they were going to win those tag titles.
I thought they were going to win the titles too. Yes, I would have liked that. I would have been a better spot than Hogan having a black eye from a boating accident and just coming right in and then.
Yeah,
Brett is still mad.
Yeah,
he's still bitter about
Brett's
that.
Still mad to this day. Brett's still bitter.
You gotta realize how upset that he was at that. Like he literally won the title. It was his second reign, right? Because like he beat Flair for like at a Saskatchewan house show or something like that, right? And then he beats Yoko. Hogan comes in. Oh no, Yoko beats him. And then Hogan comes in. He's brother, and Hart's like, go, just go. You know, man. I'm like, he has to be like, oh, I hate you. Just go, man. Like that. I mean, knowing that Hogan was the guy that was just taking over at that time, and who was the main event guy, and they were already having some beef because Vince wanted, Bret to beat Hogan, and then the transition was Hogan losing to Yoko at King of the Ring for Bret to beat Yoko, and it's like,
it was bad.
Yeah.
More money would have been Bret Hogan at SummerSlam.
That was supposed to happen.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Number 17. What three cities headline WrestleMania 2?
Ding.
Luke.
Man. Chicago, LA, and New York. I think.
Yes, I'll give that to you. It was Uniondale, Rosemont, and LA. So they were marketing it as New York and Chicago.
That's a media that nobody ever talks about.
WrestleMania 2.
Yeah, nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
The only clips you see is like
other than
the Battle Royal and Andre and Bundy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LA main event was Bundy Hogan, so that was it. Question number 18. Who was the special enforcer of the WrestleMania 14 main event?
Special.
Oh, dang.
Evan.
Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike Tyson.
It's sad. It's so many. I just think was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Right, I did too. Like, and that's one of my favorite WrestleManias.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very nice. 19. Who did the Undertaker defeat at WrestleMania 19?
Oh gosh, dang. Oh.
Evan.
A-Train and Big Show with a DLC by Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones. The Colossus of Baba Ray.
Well, we didn't see it again until he was on that movie with Jet Li. What's it called? What was not The Quest? It's John Claude.
Yeah, I don't even.
You know what I'm talking about? Because
I do remember the movie. Yeah.
So
is that
bad.
the worst? Mania? Was that the worst of the streak?
No.
19.
No.
John Gonzalez.
Yeah, nothing beat John. Nothing tops John Gonzalez. Right? Yeah, nothing tops John Gonzalez and then King Kong Bundy.
I'm cool with Bundy. I think Bundy, just for the sake of him being Bundy, he was a main eventer. I'm cool with Bundy.
Would you put his two as the worst? Henry Henry?
No, I'm
That
cool
match
with
was
Henry
good.
too. Yeah, I'm cool with Mark Henry too. I think I would say Big Show and A Train was number one. I think that was the worst. I think that the build was weird. Taker was turning into a baby face.
Yeah.
You know,
But it
Nathan
was
Jones.
actual moves.
It was
Nothing happened to
supposed to
John
be.
Gonzalez.
It was well, at least because the story was good though. The story was
Yeah,
decent. I
we
mean,
debuted
like,
at the
you know what I'm
Rumble.
saying? Like it was the
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
you know, like whoa,
Yeah.
like someone's bigger than the Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like this is
The whole
surreal.
match.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so yeah, and it was and like retrospectively, it was horrible, right? Like it was the only DQ streak, you know, win for Taker. It was horrible in retrospect, but back at WrestleMania 9, I'm not really thinking about the ins and outs of, you know, how bad it was. I was thinking like, can the Undertaker defeat this person who's bigger than he is? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah. You make a
20.
good point.
Which WrestleMania did the Red Rooster defeat Bobby Heenan in about 30 seconds?
Huh.
Ding.
Ding.
Yeah.
Evan.
WrestleMania 5.
Correct.
I forgot all about that. And only remember it because I joked when I talked to Terry Taylor, like right before COVID at a convention, we was laughing. I mentioned it. It's only WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. All right. So, question number 21. This is poetic. This is perfect for the 10-year anniversary show. Right now, it is tied 9-9, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, look at that.
This is legitimately the game-winning question on the 10-year anniversary show. It couldn't have happened any better. The setup is perfect for question number 21. The game-winning question is this. Which WrestleMania did the Ultimate Warrior defeat Randy Savage in a retirement match?
Ding. Gosh.
Luke.
Darn it. Ding. WrestleMania 7.
Correct.
Gotta add to that. You gotta add a bonus. How many elbow drops did Savage hit?
Right.
What was it, like 6?
Straight no sold it.
I think it was like, what was it 6?
It was
no, it was like 5, right? It had to be 5 or 6. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, it's been a fantastic night. 10-year anniversary. Magnum T.A. And Multi says, I will not tolerate any Giant Gonzalez slander here. I love it. Ricky says it's called Fearless, the movie.
Oh, the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Yeah, it's been fantastic, y'all. Magnum T.A. and Vince Russo.
Congrats, man.
When Magnum comes on the show, that was great, man. I've never seen Vince pop.
Yeah, brother,
he
bro.
says, like Vince has so much bad things to say about the current pro wrestling, which I don't blame him one bit because I agree with them.
But you love the old school in baseball.
But man, like just to see, he was like, man, I wish you had me. I wish you would have brought me on with Magnum. I'm so glad you did. Like, Magnum T.A, I never talked to you before, man. This is fantastic. And I love that part of Vince, man. I love to see that. That was so awesome to see that.
I just want to invoke my rematch clause with brother Luke, the book of Luke.
Sounds good.
And you got to change the overtime rule like the NFL did.
Yeah, right. They just
everybody gets a possession.
Both people get the possession now. Absolutely.
Like, come on, man.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody on the chat that is wishing me happy 10. Thank you to Luke and my lovely wife for the wonderful cake. This is fantastic. I'm going to have a great time. I'm gonna give me a piece, but I log all my calories, so I'll have to be logging that.
Gotta do the Luger. I was just watching it at work. The league know about that.
interview.
The league know about that. The league know
Every
about
time he
that.
puts a promo,
always be like
gotta
this.
talk like this. Got a point every time he talks.
Shut
And
up.
he cuts a
Shut
promo
up.
and he talks like this every single time.
You know, Gene.
Right. Cool. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Lots of questions, but I'm gonna get out of here. Who you think, real quick, who you think Seth's opponent's gonna be at WrestleMania? Deion's asking.
Oh,
But Seth,
Cody.
Listen, you know, Chris, I already told you my expectations. I would love for it to be Cody, but I would not be surprised if they disappoint us. And I'm telling you, John Cena or Goldberg, they are my top two.
Goldberg wouldn't surprise me.
Here's the thing. Captain Full Kid Scene is in South America right now filming a movie. Won't be Captain Full Kids. But they did announce Goldberg. That's a good point, Lee. They did announce Goldberg for me. Yeah, he did. Right. So it could be Oldberg. But if it's Cody, I'm booing.
Why?
I think it'll be Cody, but I would not be surprised at all if it was Taker, though, because Vince is inducting Taker in the Hall of Fame. Handpicked opponent. He just inducted him in the Hall of Fame the night before. It just makes sense for Taker. But
so we going
just the angle of handpicked opponent and the handpicked opponent being Cody, like that just doesn't make sense to me. That's a weird angle. Why would Vince McMahon handpick Cody Rhodes?
So you thinking it could be Taker?
I think it could be a Taker squash, but I think it's going to be Cody. I would safely bet on Cody, but it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if it was Taker.
Can he ride the bike? Because if he walks slow, that's going to be an outwit mania right there.
Yeah. Well, he'll probably do the 33 coming from the middle of the ramp.
The middle. Wig out. Look. The Gangrel entrance. Right. If somebody got to take up the Triple H budget with the longest entrance, because Trips can't wrestle no more, so somebody got to take that over.
Yeah. You've got your fierce opponent, Danny, saying, "Congrats, Dr. Chris. Congrats, Luke Evans, a bum."
Yeah, I got you, Daddy.
He's ready. He's ready.
I got you, Daddy.
So the other person, before we close up, the other person that's being rumored nowadays is Shane. It could be Shane McMahon against Seth, and they were supposed to do Shane versus Seth anyways, actually. Before all the Cody stuff, before all the Royal Rumble stuff that caused Shane to move away, it was supposed to be Shane versus Seth anyways. So it looks like they might have passed it up after two months, and it just may be Shane versus Seth. And if that's the case, I like Shane, but I wouldn't care about that whatsoever.
So this means we could possibly see Cody next night.
Yeah, Raw after Mania, I can see Cody being there. Because the thing is, if it's supposed to be WrestleMania Saturday, right?
Right. Yeah, night one.
Saturday
yeah,
or Saturday. Night one.
Okay. Saturday.
Because here's the thing, I think that would be totally squelched by the crowd anticipating Austin at the very end. Like, will he wrestle? Will he not? I think the Cody return would be overshadowed by that. So if Seth is supposed to be night one, and so it's not going to main event. So that means that the main event is supposed to be the KO show. So even with Cody coming back, the crowd is going to kind of overlook that, in anticipation for Austin. So I think that would really interfere. I think it would damper his 6. He's been gone 6 years. So that's what I see. It still wouldn't surprise me that if it is Cody, but I just think Taker or Shane would be probably what we're going to see. And if the thing is, if it's not Cody, does he get booed the night after though? Like, because of Vince continue to rib everybody by continue to prolong them like beer. So We shall see. Veer's going to return. It's like he's supposed to be coming on April 4th, right? In the Raw after Mania. I can see Veer cutting a promo, and then all of a sudden the lights turn off, and then Cody comes out and destroys Veer.
The worst spot ever for him. Like,
it would not surprise me at all if that happened. So. All right, everybody. 10 years in the books. This has been fantastic. Thank you, Evan. As always, man. Thank you, Luke, for coming and making your Pancakes and Power Slams debut, ladies and gentlemen. Is Luke Prince.
The Book of Luke.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Magnum T.A. Thank you, Vince Russo. Thank you, PNP Nation. Thank you, beautiful wife. I appreciate it. Listen. 522 episodes in the books, 10 years in the books. Until next week, enjoy WrestleMania as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I probably won't. I really don't care about WrestleMania, to be honest with you, but I will be hanging out with this guy down here. We will be fellowshipping with some other friends.
I'll be texting you. You know, we'll be texting.
Yes, indeed. And I will be texting with Evan and hanging out with Luke. And so I'm actually looking forward to that. Half of Mania won't even be paid attention by me because I'm a huge Duke fan. Duke and Carolina play in the Final Four at around 8:45 on
Duke and Carolina.
Saturday night. Yes, Final Four.
How fitted is that? You talk about
Coach
booking.
K's last year.
It's horrible to have that game on the same day as WrestleMania. Like that is horrible.
I mean, it's Final Four. I mean, it happens every year. I mean, they both won, to make it to the Final Four. It's not going to affect. I don't think it's going to affect either way. Either person. I don't think someone won't buy WrestleMania because that will be because that's the game. I think they'll probably dual screen it somehow, which I'll be doing when I'm at your house. I'll be watching WrestleMania, and I will be looking at my phone at the game simultaneously. So
I'll probably, for the first time ever in my life, I'll root for Deep.
Good choice. Those are my boys. So, all right, Wrench Mob. So this is if you 3 months of Patreon, you actually get this, and you actually get your Pancakes and Power Slams logo on it, and you get personalized on the other sleeve. So go to patreon.com, Pancakes and Power Slam Show. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. We out of here. It's been fantastic. 10 years. We go and enjoy your Ricky Wrestling. It's been an honor. Until next week, Ricky Wrestling. God bless, and always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Yeah.
Hot tag. No, not like this. No.